this week to improve from last weekend?
Well, yeah, if you look at our first number of weekends out, at one time or the other, we've done each aspect well. On the flip side, each weekend or over the 4 weekends, we've done one aspect poorly, and so we need to go out and we need to find a level of consistency. I'm still looking for the group of guys that we can put out on a regular basis and get production out of them. So, again, it's a long season. You go through your ups and downs. We've had some highs, we've had some lows already. We just need to again find the consistent output from each and every player.
How do we make sure that the team is consistent this upcoming weekend?
A lot of it gets down to a mentality and where they're at from a mental or a mindset, I would say. I was not pleased with what we did yesterday. I thought we took a step backwards from a mentality standpoint. We had a tough day on Saturday. We let a game get away, and we had a lead in the second game, and those things can happen. I thought we played hard, just made some mistakes. But you look at what we did yesterday, and besides Drayson Johnson, I didn't think we performed very well, and I didn't think our mentality was good. So, we need to make sure that we show up to play every day, and part of that's showing up and practicing hard every day as well.
What do you think about the Southern Illinois team that we'll be facing this weekend?
As I have told other people, every team's good. There's no easy games, no easy weekends. When you face quality pitchers, it can be tough. And Southern's in the same boat we are. They've played some good teams and played well on certain weekends. And it looks like they've struggled against some good teams at times. We're both trying to figure out our lineups, I think. And I think both teams are capable of winning. So we have to find a way to do things consistently and properly so that we can come out with some victories.
What about Southern is going to challenge the team this weekend?
I haven't really looked ahead that far yet. I'm more concerned about what we're doing right now. We'll take a look at that a little bit more towards Wednesday and Thursday.
Talk a little bit about Drayson's performance in the last game out.
Drayson did a great job. He deserved to win. The unfortunate thing in athletics, sometimes you perform well and you don't get those victories. But I thought he battled and got himself out of some tough situations. And again, I thought he deserved to win. Their pitching staff just made one more pitch than we did. But we need to give our guys some run support as well. But I was really pleased with his effort and his mentality to play.
With such a good performance like that, I guess, how do you keep him on track here, just knowing that he pitched that well, but the offense couldn't produce?
Drayson's older and a mature pitcher. He understands the ups and downs of the game, and he'll be supportive of the hitters. I think if you talk to him now, he'd just say, it's one of those days when things didn't go our way. He'll be fine. I don't have to worry about him at all.
And a lot of guys last week talked about, at least for hitting mentality, going the opposite way. Is that still an approach this week you guys have?
Good hitters are able to control the middle and the opposite field. And if there is a pitch thrown that they can pull, then you go ahead and obviously pull it. But the approach on a daily basis needs to stay the same. Sometimes, or a lot of times, when you start getting scouting reports out on your players, teams attack you in a certain manner, and so our guys have to adjust. You can't go out and think that guys are going to just feed you where you want the ball. They're going to attack your weaknesses, and that's happening right now. And we've got some guys that just haven't adjusted well yet.
Nagel's kind of come out really strong this year. It kind of wasn't that way last year. But what's the biggest difference between him last year and this year?
Just a year older. You gain some experience and you gain some confidence. He got off to a good start, and obviously that helped him. But he's capable of hitting. We thought he was a good hitter when we brought him in. We thought that he may be able to hit that way as a freshman. There's times things just don't go well, and you just get in that little slump. And again, a lot of that goes back to the mental side of the game. But he's done a good job of continuing to develop, and he's worked hard to change some things with his swing mechanically that have really helped him. And he's very selective at the plate, doesn't chase a lot of bad pitches. And when you don't chase bad pitches, eventually the pitcher makes a mistake, and he's made him pay for that.
What does he still have to work on? What's his weakest point that he still needs to kind of improve on?
just think again, if you look at our entire team, it's just consistency. It's having those consistent games, consistent at bats, not letting failure affect you. You know, some guys think because they don't get hits that they have to change everything that they do, and that's not the case. There's sometimes, you know, you hit the ball well. Or sometimes you just don't see the ball well on a given day, but you're doing things mechanically proper. You just can't, you know, be on a roller coaster ride as far as what you're doing from a mental standpoint and what you're doing from a mechanical standpoint. And so, you know, we just need to see you know, that progress with him, and he's done a good job to this point. But moving forward, he needs to keep that same mentality.
The schedule's kind of broken into two parts. You got the whole non-conference part of the beginning where you're on the road all the time, and you come home for a bunch of home games and conference matches. What is the part of the very beginning do for you guys? I mean, you get playing a bunch of selected teams that have all this nice weather they're used to. I mean, what's that like?
Well, guys are always ready to play, and it's fun to go play. You know, early when there's snow on the ground here, you know, get into good weather. We try to play a quality schedule because I think we can compete with that quality schedule. Those early games are very important from an RPI standpoint to get us where we want to be when the selection show comes up. You know, it's tough being on the road. I know guys get tired, but we're not the only team in the country that deals with it. These guys are young and they're in good shape, and it's just part of what we deal with. I think we've handled that portion well up until yesterday. I thought we just were sluggish